Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Happy Hallobean. For today's look, I really wanted to create another witch. I did a witchy look last year. I've actually done them the last 2 years, but I did one last year specifically, and I kind of wanted to do the sister version to last year's witch. So this is my kind of glittery, spidery witch, and I love it so much. I think it came out so cool and it was a lot of fun to create. I also used my palette with Shroud Cosmetics, the It's Freakin Bats palette, to help create this look. And I did just want to let you guys know that this palette is restocking on Sunday, October 17th at 9 a.m. PST, 12 p.m. EST. You can use my code battybean to save an additional 10%. I will have all the details regarding the launch in my description box if you have any questions. I probably answered it there for you. Shipping is going to be open again to the UK and EU. It's just super exciting. I'm so pumped for those of you who still want this palette to get your hands on it, and it will continue to restock as long as there's a demand. So if and when this round sells out, don't worry, it will be coming back. So yeah, I think I've said it all. I think the only details I have to give are this wig, this beautiful wig. It's like crazy long. It's so long. It's literally sitting in my lap right now and I'm obsessed with it. It's from insert name here. You can use my non-affiliated code battybean to save 10%. They reached out to me wanting to send me another wig. This is my third wig from them, and they asked if I wanted one for Halloween, and I was scrolling through their wigs and I was like, you know, this wig would be perfect for the witchy look I have in mind. I am just so obsessed with this whole vibe. And I've had this like little witchy hat forever. I do not remember where I got it. It could have been Target or Amazon or something like that. It's been quite a while. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and create this witchy look. Hello? How's it going? We're gonna create a witchy look and I am so excited. Today's the 12th. I think this is going up in a couple days. So hello. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. A lot of this month is pre-film videos, so it's nice to chat with you in real time. For my brows, I really wanted to do the bleached brow look again like I did in last year's witchy look. So I'm taking the Bleach Super Brow Pomade from KVD Beauty, and I'm gonna run that through my brows. I did already put on some of the Milk Sunshine oil or whatever as kind of my primer. I'm not doing like a full face of foundation today. I'm just gonna do concealer, but I wanted to go ahead and put the oil on so it could have time to sink into my skin. And now I'm just taking the spoolie brush and I'm just kind of loading this product up on it. And then I'm just gonna kind of scoot this through the brows and get them nice and coated so they look like they're bleached. I love the bleach brow look. I think it's so cute. And after I did it last year in my witch look, I was like, I wanna do this more often just for fun. And then I never got around to it. So here we are again a year later. Now, as if I was just cleaning up my brows like regular, I'm just gonna take a little bit of my concealer. This is the Milk Sunshine Concealer. Just gonna pop a little bit on an angled brush right here. I'm going to clean up the underneath so that there isn't just that bleachy colored product caked up under my brow. I want it to be nice and clean, just like that, to give us more of a polished bleached brow look today. All right, now that we are coated and I've cleaned up the edges, we can move on. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of concealer around my like under eye circles, around my nose, and just some areas where I have a little bit of redness. I'm not trying to go full coverage, full glam with this look, which I don't really do full coverage anyway, but especially today, I just don't really feel like wearing foundation. I just want to kind of conceal and go about my day. I'm just blending it out with this Alter Ego number 4 brush, just a little tiny dense brush. While I was blending that concealer out, my camera battery died, so if things suddenly look a little shifted, that's why. And while I was away, I just quickly set my under eye area just around my nose and chin with my Milk Blur setting powder. But now we're gonna move on to the rest. I'm gonna actually contour today. We haven't contoured in a while. I'm gonna use my Lunatic Labs contour book. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of mix this lightest shade here with the teeniest bit of this gray, like the smallest amount. I just wanna have a teeny bit more of a sunken in look today, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use this Luxie 660 brush for this process. I'm just gonna really focus on the hollows of my cheeks. The wig I'm wearing today is gonna have bangs, so I'm not too concerned with my forehead. But I do want to make sure my cheeks are nice and sunken. I want a little bit more of a dramatic cheekbone kind of effect today. I'm honestly just gonna kind of skip my forehead, which is gonna look very odd as I'm doing my makeup, but again, I am wearing a wig with bangs, so it's not gonna matter later. But if you are recreating this and your forehead is showing, I'd recommend contouring your forehead too. Just want to hit up under my nose just a teeny bit, just to define the tip, make it look a little more pushed up. Of course, I want to cut my jawline just a little bit as well. Man, I haven't used a contour palette in a while. I haven't even really used powder bronzer in a while. I've been on a cream bronzer kick lately. So for blush, I want something kind of cool toned, pinky lavendery. So I'm gonna use this one from Colourpop called Just My Pluck. And I'm just gonna use this Alter Ego number 3, this kind of angled blush brush. I quite enjoy this color. I think that's pretty. It's not usually what I go for, but it is really pretty. I do wanna just dab a little on the tip of the nose because I can't skip that step. Next, I do want my witch to be pretty freckled, so that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm gonna start first with my Colourpop freckle pen in soft brown. This is not my favorite freckle pen. I've used it in the past, and I mean, I got through it, but my biggest critique was it dries out really quick, but I guess I forgot that because I bought it again thinking that it would be a good idea, and I still don't love it. It still just dries out really fast. You pretty much have to store it upside down. I will say though, it's very soft and subtle. So if you want just very subtle fake freckles, this might be a good option for you. I'm basically just gonna do a light layer of these freckles all over my face. I want my witch today to look like she's been out in the sun, gotten a lot of freckles, spending time with the nature. Now that I just kind of have a light base of that, I'm gonna go in with my Freck XL. Sometimes I like doubling up on freckle products because you get 2 different textures and 2 different looks. I'm gonna start with my fake beauty mark that I always do, and then I'm gonna fill in my existing spots just to give them more definition. And then I'm just gonna go to town adding some more freckles. Just gonna kind of do some little dots around my nose. And then I'll just take my finger and tap them out so that they spread out and get more diffused. And do it to this side as well. Again, a good portion of my forehead will be covered, but I do still want some to kind of peek through where my bangs don't totally cover so that it stays cohesive. All right, now that I'm kind of freckled to my liking, I'm gonna go ahead and use some highlight. I'm gonna use the Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflector in the shade Quartz. This is basically just translucent sparkle, and I think that'll be pretty perfect for this look, just to give myself a little bit of glitter and glow. I love this. It's very similar to the Fenty Diamond Bomb. The Fenty Diamond Bomb is a little bit more wet feeling to the touch, but very similar effect. So if you already have that, then that works perfect. I'm gonna quickly spray my face with the Apocalyptic Beauty Pumpkin Spice Setting Spray, and then we will move on to the eyes. All right, so to prime, I wanna use my Colourpop Party Proof Eye Primer. I've been testing this out. So far I like it, but I need to try it out some more. I figured today's a good day to do that because I know my palette like the back of my hand, so I'll be able to get a good feel if I like the eyeshadow primer or not. This is in the shade Translucent, by the way. There's a couple different shades of this primer. So to start with, I'm gonna use my Creepy Cute palette from Shroud Cosmetics. This is currently not available, but the singles are, and Void is my favorite black of all time, so that's what I'm gonna be using today. That's all I'm really using the Creepy Cute palette for, is just Void. I'm just gonna take that on a little angled brush here, and I'm gonna draw myself a wing with this. I'm basically doing the same giant winged liner thing that I tend to do, but I'm just using shadow today. So for those of you who like to see me do this shape with just eyeshadow and not with a gel liner, here you go. Just kind of carefully drawing out where I want to see the shape. If you're someone that struggles with winged liner and stuff like this, practicing with shadow actually helps a lot. Just to kind of figure out what shape you like. Shadow tends to be a little more forgiving. And I want the black to kind of start there. That's where the purple is gonna come in. So now I'm just gonna take more Void on just a pencil brush, and I'm just gonna fill in the rest of this outer corner with that black. I'm really making sure I'm packing it on nice and dense too, so it can be as dark as possible. If you did use like a black liner underneath this, it would be even more black, but I thought I would do it this way just to show you how I do this with just shadow. I want to quickly just smudge the bottom lash line just a teeny bit with the leftover on that pencil brush. I'm also just gonna very lightly smudge along the bottom of this wing. I'm using such light pressure, just to give it a little bit of a fade. I'm already loving this shape. I think it's so cool. So now I'm gonna take a giant flat brush. It does not have to be this big, but I'm just trying to cover a lot of ground fast. And I'm gonna use my NYX glitter primer, of course, because I use it with all of my shimmers. This giant brush is from Illamasqua, by the way. I'm just gonna plop some of that glitter primer down and then just kind of pretend to carve out where I'm going to be placing my shadow just so that I have it all sticky and ready to go. So we're gonna go into zero. I thought zero would be so cute with this look. I'm just gonna load zero up on that same sticky side, and I'm going to just start smushing that across the lid. I want a very defined cut, and I want it to just flow into the black that we have going on. And as I fill in the front, I'm just gonna kind of tippy tap where it meets the black. Oh, I love the way this shadow looks over black. It's so cool and transformative. I'm just gonna kind of quickly go a little bit back and forth with my pencil brush just so it all blends together nicely. I'm going to take my Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflector again, and I'm just gonna highlight my inner corner with this. I just thought continuing on with this sparkly shade would be super pretty. Okay, so I decided at that point it was a good time to mimic it on the other side. I ended up extending the wing part a little bit more just to make them more dramatic and match even more. And then I was in the zone. I should have filmed this part even though it's so simple. But I took Handbook from my palette with just like a teeny little pencil brush and just smudged a little of that in the front portion of my lower lash line just to give, you know, a little something extra. I really like this so far, but now we're gonna add some spiders since this is supposed to be like a spider witch. I'm gonna do a mixture of spiders and stars. These are both stamps from Colourpop. The spider one is from the Hocus Pocus collection. So let's just see how we do here. Make sure the spider's facing the direction that I want it to face, and I want to put them right above my eyebrows. Oh, I'm gonna have to freehand the rest of that guy. There's no going back now. And I also wanted to put one right here and here. And then the same on the other side. Now just a couple stars with the star stamp. I'm gonna for sure do one right next to the spider. Maybe I'll do another star right here as well. Ooh, I kind of love that. I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna say less is more. I don't wanna go too ham with it. I think this is a really cool balance of symbols happening. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to fix these guys and freehand them a little bit, hope for the best there. I'm gonna put a waterline color in, probably a chartreuse flash from NYX so it'll match the lower lash line. And then something on my lips. I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet. Part of me wants to do a black with the zero shadow over top of it, but we will see. I will return. All right, and this is my look complete. I love it. I did end up adding a couple things. I did use the chartreuse flash pencil from NYX for my waterline, and my lashes are Miss Fury lashes from Rouge and Rogue. And then for my lips, I used Sleepwalker from Black Moon Cosmetics, the best black lipstick ever in my humble opinion. And I did top it with some zero shadow in the middle, but I didn't really feel like I was completed yet. So I ended up taking the Amok glitter from the Colourpop Hocus Pocus collection last year, and I really piled it up in this inner portion of my lower lash line, and I covered my lips in it, and I think it's so cool. Glitter is not meant for use around the eye area. I'm a rebel, but don't risk it. And obviously the super glittery lip is not gonna be practical if you wear this and then go eating somewhere, but it's cool just to have it if you're just doing like pictures or just hanging out for a short time. I think this is so cool. This truly feels like the sister to my witch last year, and I love it. I think this is so much fun. And the little spider stamp is so cute. I love it. Okay, let me zoom out and we will finish up this video. All right, I hope you enjoyed my little witchy tutorial. I had a lot of fun creating this. I'm obsessed with how this looks. I have literally no plans today, so I'm basically just gonna wash this off and start editing it for a couple days from now, but I still had fun nonetheless. I find witchy looks to be so fun to do. They are such a good go-to, even for regular makeup, if I'm being honest with you. I love it so much. If you made it to the end of this video, I would love for you to leave me a Halloween-related emoji. And if you liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the battybean fam. I am battybean on everything. I post every single day on Instagram, and I'm pretty active on TikTok and Twitter as well. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting every single day in the month of October. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.